actually happened, and there it is. We're back. Bengals OTAs are winding down. Trey Hendrickson posted some cryptic stuff on the internet. Bengals growing the scouting department. Some really cool comments from Jermaine Burton today. That's what we're going to talk about on this episode of Cincy Unfiltered. It's coming up next as soon as I click this button.
Yo, boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go. Boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed, beers getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Boys are ready to go.
What is up? What is up? Obviously, I am not home. I am in parts unknown, traveling for work again on the hotel internet. So if there's a delay, blame Marriott. How are we doing tonight, Drew?
It's always Marriott. I always blame them too.
I'm gonna put a headset on.
I'm alive. I'm alive. I'm here. So we can talk about football.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I actually have the wrong graphic up, so we'll just talk about this first. The Bengals have announced additions to their scouting department. They lost a scout to Northwestern. He went on to be the general manager of their athletic department. Sarkisian was his name. I don't know if he's related to Steve Sarkisian or not, but he left. And the Bengals were saying, okay, they already have like the smallest scouting department in the league. They just lost another scout. What are they going to do? They actually add 3, so they replace him and add 2 more. Going to be completely honest with you guys. Don't know their names. Read about it. Heard that they're pretty experienced guys, which is always fun. You want to hear about them having guys that have been around the league and that have done it. And then they got a guy that is like more analytics driven from the readings of it, which is something that the Bengals have not ever really shown an interest in. Everybody knows I'm not a huge analytics guy, but I think there is a place for it. So it's refreshing to me to see that they also added that element while growing their scouting department. Obviously, it's not as big as some of the other teams in the league. I think the Rams have like 17 of them or something like that, but it's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, honest to God, just a little bit of effort, like that's all they got to do with something like that. And it puts people at ease. People are okay-ish. We're still mad about other things, but when they show effort, spend money, add to the payroll in departments like that, it's a positive thing. Can't really think of anything negative to say about them adding scouts other than why didn't you do it sooner?
Yeah, that's a good point. Obviously we've been asking for that. We complain about it mostly during draft season when we don't agree with a pick here or there, or when a pick doesn't work out, that whole situation. So shouldn't be satisfied with this, but it is nice to see them adding to that department to hopefully eventually get up to speed with the rest of the league. Ryan, this is a beautiful polo. Wrong one. Ron's training overseas to become an F1 driver. Is that where he is?
I wish. Those guys make a lot of money, so that'd be awesome. Not happening, though.
I was actually trying to click on this at first. Ryan starts with the polo. If you saw my Instagram story, I called it Huna shirts. It is Huna shirts. I'm an idiot. I'm a big, dumb dipshit. They made the Cincy hat golf polo. This thing is comfortable as hell. And then they sent me a couple other shirts that I wore to play golf the other day. I played golf like shit, but was comfortable. He's gone. He's going to check on the race car.
I'm here. I'm just trying to get the lighting right in here, man. It sucks. It just is.
You're fighting a losing battle, I think.
The shirt is beautiful. Yeah.
You just crush a continental breakfast? Dude, I could go for a continental breakfast right now. Those things.
John, I've learned to create my own. My body has its own time zone, but it's just constant tiredness due to the travel. So it's not a very good or fun time zone. It kind of sucks, but I'm here. Yeah. In a haze. Yeah,
what's
Ryan,
the TD? I don't know what the TDY means, but
it's just traveling for work, basically, when you're dealing with government or military. But yeah, I am. I'm in a haze. I was in what felt like 32 hours of meetings today. This is a very just boring, dry one. But the polo, what is it? That kind of not Under Armour. What is that called? Material?
I don't know. It's stretchy.
Dry fit?
Yeah, I would say. So actually, the other one that I wore to the golf course the other day was a lighter shirt. I pull up ready to, pay money to get very pissed off. I decide it's time to grab a glizzy. Like, gotta get a little something in the stomach before I play 9 holes. Lots of ketchup. Drop the ketchup right on brand new shirt, and I'm like, yo.
What color?
It's a light blue shirt. So I am like thinking I just ruined my brand new shirt. No, dude, wet paper towel, like it never happened. So whatever this material is, it's good for that. I also I talked about it last week. Never mind, we don't have to go back into that. So yeah, maybe it is dry fit, as Jesse says. Shout out to Jesse for being in the chat this afternoon. So that's kind of cool. There is a white Cincy hat golf shirt on the way. Don't know when, but it looks just like this, but it's white. It looks really cool. Looks like something that I will fuck up pretty quickly. And
yeah,
now we're back to
100%
of who puts ketchup on a hot dog. I do, because that is the condiment that should go on. Yeah. Mustard's fucking disgusting.
Mustard's gross. This is a catch-up podcast. No free ads, but get used to it, guys.
Is breezy. No, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. But today we saw Bengals OTAs are winding down. They run through the 4th, so that is tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the last day of OTAs. And they start mandatory minicamp, I believe, on the 10th, which is I think when Trey Hendrickson could start getting fined for that. Matthew from Twitter says mustard is an atrocious condiment. Matthew, I don't know that we've ever interacted before, but I want to interact with you more because you are a condiment knower, a ball knower.
Yeah.
So shout out to you. If I don't follow you, I need to make sure I follow you back. Wade's saying I'm a psycho. Wade's making a big return to the chat. He's been away for a while. Guys traveling the world, doing whatever. Oh, shit. Ryan Sparks is going to be in town in 10 days. Hit at the pro shop on Father's Day. That's going to be right in the height of me moving, which is going to be just terrible.
Yeah.
That's my Father's Day weekend is moving. Charity fundraiser. Drew eats a glizzy with mustard on it. That's it. Big money raised for a good cause. Oh, dude, I think I would vomit. I think I can't. It's not just I don't like it. It's a like I hate it. It scares me. I don't.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's not good at all.
Yeah, no, can't have that. But we did see some clips come out of OTAs today. One that I really, really liked. Let's watch Cam Taylor-Britt make this play on the ball. There were some expletives in there. Something like "get the fuck on" was on there. So great play on the ball. One of my favorite parts about the video is as soon as Burrow lets the ball go, you hear him go, "Ah!" Like he knew, like I had fucked up. He knew as soon as he threw it that he threw a pick. And you know, it's practice. The internet did their thing. Joe Burrow's already throwing picks. His arm strength is blah, blah. Yeah, everybody's throwing picks in OTAs. Get the fuck over yourself. But when I see that clip, the first thing I thought was like, that is the energy we need out of Cam Taylor-Britt this year as he tries to bounce back from a rough 2024. We need that hype, that throw the ball up in the air. That he thrives on that shit. He's a physical press you, try to get in your head. He had DK Metcalf in prison that one time. Like that's what we need out of him. So when I see that play and that reaction, I'm like, I think Juice is back.
Yeah, I smell a CTB resurgence, and I love every second of it. Because let's be real, there was some CTB hate. There really was.
Lots of it.
Yeah, lots of it. Lots of frustration. Lots of hate. But I just see a comeback. I see him coming back to his kind of former glory. We're going to see a lot of this year. I just think we are. I think the secondary as a whole is going to surprise people. I'm excited to see them putting him in the slot a little bit. So maybe they move him around. We'll kind of see how that works out. Mike Hilton's not on the team anymore. Cam Taylor-Britt can hit hard as well. So I don't know what their idea is ultimately, but I like seeing versatile guys do versatile things. So I think Cam Taylor-Britt's going to have a good season. I really, really do.
Yeah, I've said since last year's struggles, I think that it's more likely that he goes back up than continues to trend down. I've always been a believer in the guy after his rookie year, and when you see multiple starters talk to the media like, "Hey, things are a lot simpler now. We can just play football and focus," it tells me like Lou was fucking doing too much. Yeah. He was probably doing the stuff that you have when you have prime Von Bell and Jesse Bates back there, and that's just not the reality that we've had since they left. So, like, I feel like that's going to help Cam Taylor-Britt also. And then they talked to him about the pick afterward.
Yeah, this is fun.
Movement right outside the door. He talked about it. It was kind of cool because when you see the clip at first, you're like, did he just like call Joe Burrow some kind of name or cuss at him or something? But it's hot. The boys are grinding. They're getting work in. Jamar Chase is laughing in the background. But him in the locker room afterward was actually a pretty cool thing to listen to.
Does it ever get old picking off Joe Burrow in practice?
No, it's like, it's new every time. No, but it feels great every time just to know that he's a precise guy. And he doesn't just throw anything in the air. So for you to actually get one on him, you have to be on your P's and Q's, and the technique has to be right.
I know it's just practice, but can you ever rattle Joe? Do you try to talk to him after a pick like that?
Yeah, that's why I threw the ball high as I could over there towards him. And you see the next play where he got him riled up and he took a deep shot on the other side of the field. So that's the type of quarterback that you want, man. You want that you want Shiesty to come out. Simple as that.
I love that last statement. I love it. You want Shiesty to come out. That's good, man. Get in his grill. You know what I mean? Don't hurt our quarterback, but get in his grill, man. You know what I mean? I mean, Joe, what is he? That picture, he's got the ice in his veins already. But dude, if you get yours, go off, man. Especially in practice and stuff. You see T joking around doing that, Jamar laughing. Like, that's when you make those plays and you have a good time. So it gets second nature when you're on the field. So I like to see them having fun. I like to see a fire. I like them to be competitive like that. Just all around great play and just even better attitude afterwards. Obviously excited about the play, but very complimentary of Joe. So that's good from Cam Taylor-Britt.
Yeah, and when you see that play and the guys, Chase is laughing, T's like, "No, you're out of bounds." Cam Taylor-Britt's like, that's what you want to see at this time. That's when they're having fun. They're not fist fighting. They're competing. They're giving each other shit like guys do, like football players do, but they're getting better. And Cam Taylor-Britt knows, like, hey, when I get a pick off Joe Burrow, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the league, I got to celebrate that shit because they don't happen a lot. Like, it just felt perfect. It feels exactly like what you want to see from these guys in the OTA time. And that translates into the next segment. First time I think we've ever done this on the show. We're going to do a buy or sell. We got a text from Dad to get to in a minute. But we're going to do a buy or sell Cam Taylor-Britt having a bounce back year. I think we actually already kind of talked about it, but I made the graphic, so I'm going to show it. I'm buying it. I think you're buying it. I think we already talked about it.
Yeah, I already bought it. I bought into it last year when people were mad at him. I was like, look, this guy's talented. He's a gamer. He's a player. He's a big dude. He likes to hit. He straps it in. I'm bought in. Cam Taylor-Britt is going to have a resurgence year. I like this segment. We should do this regularly. This is a good segment.
We got buys in the chat.
Yeah, lots of buys. Absolutely. Juice is back. Full resurgence.
Love to see that. Love to see that people are believing him as well. You have been called out. You've been called out.
I'm like not on duty, but like I'm on duty.
Garage beer in Zimbabwe, folks.
I know.
Haven't made it over there yet.
No.
Zimbabwe beer. Ooh.
I don't know what that means.
I like that. So as we were talking about OTAs getting started, we did get oh shit, wrong button. Oh God, I'm in trouble. We did get OTAs were open. He said, of course, our rookie first rounder didn't show up. What a dick. Prove yourself. He was there. He just stood there. He was there. He didn't do nothing. He stood there. He watched. But I think that I'm on his side more than I am the Bengals side in this situation. I know that you need to prove yourself, but the Bengals also picked a weird time to just entirely change the language that they put in their rookie contracts. And I kind of understand him being like, hey, what the fuck? So I see both sides, but I think I side more with Shamar Stewart than I do the Bengals at this point.
I'm right down the middle. I was more Stewart, but now I'm just to a point where like I'm just frustrated. Change the language, get it done, Bengals. Yes, like obviously, like what the hell are we doing? Figure it out. We've said this ad nauseum. Just do it. But Stewart, why you got everything on? Like, why are you just standing there, man? I don't. It's just to me like if you're suiting up, go through the motions, take care of yourself, or stand on the sideline in a polo. I don't know. I'm in the middle right now. I'm just frustrated overall with the situation.
It's just like I see his point when he's like, "Hey, you took Mims a pick after me last year, and he doesn't have any of this language in his contract." Now, this isn't Amarius Mims' fault. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like comparatively, I think he has a point, and like, just it goes back to like, it's a rookie fucking contract. The value of the contract is determined by his draft position.
Mm-hmm.
So like, you don't have dollar amounts to argue over. It's almost like they invented something to fucking argue over. It's almost like there was no argument to be had, and they're like, we better cook something up here. This is going to be a little bit too easy. Things are going a little bit too smoothly now after the T and Jamar deal. So let's fucking like. It almost just feels like they're putting shit out there that nobody else is putting out there to try to feel like they won. And I just don't. Just fucking get over it.
I'm to a point where it's like, dude, like you're missing valuable time. Like right now, like I don't like. To me, these reps, every rep counts. Like I understand. I know he's watching film. I know he's getting the mental reps in. That's good. That's awesome. I think that's awesome, and I think that he's locked in that sense. But like, we're moving now. The ball's getting thrown. Plays are being made. Like I don't want him doing this to hurt himself. I don't know. Yeah, it's just so frustrating overall.
There's a good comment from T Brookie in the chat. Sign the waiver, rookie. You need playing time and you need practice time, because he is. And T Brookie also says sign the waiver like every other rookie first rounder, because that is true. Most of the other rookies have just signed their injury waiver. There's guys that aren't signed still, but they're practicing because they signed their injury waiver. Yeah. Breezy also says love it, Pops. Love him. No, Breezy's a big fan of Pops. And the rumors were his agent was impossible to deal with at the combine. I'm over it. He's likely to provide little to no impact this year. He's getting bad advice. He's a low-producing first-round pick. He needs reps. And when I see those words spelled out and written that way, I tend to agree. Why? Obviously, you can blame the Bengals for changing how they want to do this voiding of guarantees, but like everybody else just fucking signed it and got to work. You didn't. So I see on that side of things how you could be on the Bengals side more than Shamar Stewart's. And Dad also says that he agrees with Ron. So I probably should have said that before I read the text, but that's how shit goes. But he agrees with you.
Yeah.
So I do understand that. I see that. If he's only going to get 3 sacks, let's not waste time in practice from our good buddy Fravor in the chat. So I get that. You're right. So I guess I'm on the Bengals side of like sign the waiver, practice while we work it out, but I'm on Shamar Stewart's side of like, why do I have to be the one where you just decide to change everything?
Yeah, like I said,
maybe I'm more down the middle than I thought after talking.
Yeah. Last show when I was talking to Gabby, I mean the way she was talking, Gabby Sorrentino, Fox 19, the way she was talking, she kind of had me, convinced. Like, okay, the player's protecting himself. And then time went on. I'm reading articles this week. I see the pictures of him just standing out there today, and I'm getting frustrated now. I am a player's guy. I think everybody knows that. Drew is too. We definitely want these guys to protect themselves, get their money that they deserve, because they're the ones out there putting their bodies on the line on the field, 100%. I am frustrated with the front office a lot of times because of how these deals go down, but I still love the front office and this team. You know what I mean? And it's just right now, it's just like I'm right in the middle, and I'm just to a point where I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore. Someone concede somewhere or come to an agreement so this guy can get on the field and get valuable reps and valuable teachings from coaches and veteran players and produce more than 3 sacks this year.
Yeah, I get that because like I'm trying to implement indifference in my life because like why care about shit when it doesn't fucking matter? You can't do anything. It's hard for me to do that when it comes to this football team. It probably always will be very hard for me to do because of this football team or when it comes to this football team. But at the end of the day, like I just lost my train of thought. At the end of the day, like it is what it is. The guy's got to get out there and get to work. So like, yeah, I can see both sides. But my advice would just be like, stop giving a fuck about everything. But at the same time, it's the Bengals, so you're going to kind of freak the fuck out every now and then.
You get the kid at the door?
There's a missing pair of shoes situation.
Oh, no.
But,
no.
So, yeah, I understand. I understand both sides. Matthew from Twitter says, as much as I dislike the whole situation, I'm overhearing about the sack numbers. He was lined up at 3 technique and interior significantly more than edge. That's what causes the low sack numbers. Why did they have to line him up on the interior so much, though? Because like you drafted an edge rusher, not a 3 tech.
I just don't give a shit. I don't care where he was lined up in college. Like, I don't care about the sack number anymore. I love that he got a bunch of pressures, but I just don't give a shit anymore. Like, it's just, hey, buddy, you're here now. Front office, he's here now. Figure it the fuck out so we can have him contribute and get out there and sweat. Like, he's got to get out there and go through reps. Like, he just does now. And I don't care if it's the front office. I don't care if it's him. I just don't give a shit anymore. Someone figure it out and get him out there.
I completely understand that. K Breeze has got a good idea. Maybe we're rolling out a 2-4-5 defense this year.
There you go.
So, yeah, 2 down linemen, 4 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. No Trey, no Stewart. We know there's no production from Murphy, no side. So he just wants to run a 2-4-5 defense. Maybe Al Golden takes the world by storm. The data says the majority of rookie defensive ends don't get more than 5 sacks, so wasting time doesn't help. That is very true. I would agree with that. I would absolutely agree with that. But the vibe kind of went low with that conversation. Let's get it back up.
Second of the season.
Oh, whoa, I fucked it up. I messed it up bad.
Oh
my God. Everything has gotten destroyed. What has happened? Oh, my God. Oh, whoa, that's worse. That's worse. There it is. Jesus.
This is a great time. Great time.
Second of the season. And the Bengals go up again.
That's the reset button. That's the reset button. I just determined that without discussing it with you. That is the reset button. We just hit the reset button. What I was going to say is what I do care about is garage.
There we go.
I thought with the video playing, I could change to the different screen setup and it would just come on after the video. And then I clicked like 4 wrong things.
Okay. It's okay, guys. Professional outfit here. Get used to
Live
it.
TV.
It's okay. But the good news is, as always, the lights are on. I'm able to do this from a remote location because the beautiful, wonderful garage beer is a partner of Cincy Unfiltered. You got your classic light beer in the crush can picture there. And then you got Drew's. Look at that. He's holding a summer sipper, baby. The garage beer lime, beer of the summer. Go out and get it at your local. How do they get it, man? Talk about garagebeer.com.
Drinkgaragebeer.com is how you can find out the beer finder. If you have your location services enabled, you can just run it off your location, or you can put in your zip code, find bars, restaurants, gas stations, grocery stores, sketchy homeless men behind bowling alleys, anywhere that you can find this beer. And yeah, it's 80, It was 85 today, looking at 84 right now. That's a lime day.
Yeah.
No secret that lime is my primary. Actually, popped over to Dad's for the Memorial Day cookout a couple weekends ago. Whole family drinking garage beer. Dad's wife, wine lady, Cabernet, fancy shit that comes in a box. But no, she was drinking garage beer. Dad had a couple garage beer limes. Fridge stocked on the back porch near the pool with garage beer lime. That's beautiful. It's spreading. Since we were last on here, Garage Beer now owns a football team.
That's right.
Go Goats.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah. They purchased or sponsored or something of the sort ownership stake in the St. Joseph Goats, an arena football team in Missouri. Not Kansas City. Not the city that we hate. It's in St. Joseph's. I'm reserving any diehard fandom in case Cincinnati gets a team. But right now, I rock with the Goats.
We'll be Goat supporters from a distance because, Garage Beer owns and or sponsors the team. We're still trying to, figure it out.
The press release said ownership.
It did, but I'm still trying to.
I don't know.
It's cooler than anything I own. I don't own a football team, so
it's true.
There's that. Yeah. So funny that they're the Goats. They've already got Goat merchandise on the site. Go check it out. Unbelievable to be a part of Garage Beer when they're making huge moves like purchasing professional football teams.
I did say when the release went out the day before they announced it, I was like, maybe it's the Bengals. And everybody's like, they'll never do it, Travis Kelce. I was like, I know it's not the fucking Bengals. If you're new to my Twitter, I joke.
Yeah.
I say shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I knew it was never the Bengals. I knew it wasn't an NFL team because Travis Kelce, as an active football player, cannot be the owner of a different team. It's like the Michael Jordan thing when he wanted to unretire, but he owned part of the Wizards, so he had to go suck on the Wizards. Whoa! The Florence Y'all should be renamed the Garage Beer Bandits. The Florence Beer Bandits. Oh,
I like it.
I tell you, that's one of the best sports teams I've ever seen on Twitter. The Y'all's Twitter is good. Very good.
Yeah, they're very good. That whoever runs that is awesome. I could see. Hey, bring it local. Bring it to Cincinnati area, the tri-state area here. The Florence Beer Bandits. I like that. Or just start a team in Cincinnati.
I will not rest until I can buy a garage beer at Paycor Stadium. I don't know what I can do about it. When I say I won't rest, I have no connections at the stadium. I have no connections with what kind of beer they sell. So I guess what I mean is I'm just going to think about it all the time until I can. But I would love to get to my seat at Paycor Stadium, take my hat off, watch the national anthem, maybe a flyover, depending on if it's a game where they do a flyover, and then just Welcome to the Jungle starts playing. We're getting ready to kick the ball off, beat the hell out of somebody, and I can just crack that some that thing open.
You're close.
Words are hard.
Yeah. One day.
So that is
until then, we'll have to sneak them in.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
So transitioning from that, when you want to go watch the Bengals in Paycor Stadium, why don't you just get the tickets on TickPick?
It's the best.
Why don't you just scan the code, use code Cincy10 to get a little bit of money off your first order if you're a new user. And I was looking at this the other day on the old TickPick app, kind of looking at the Bengals season coming up now that the schedule's out. We've had a little bit of time for everybody to get over the shock and awe of the lack of primetime games. Bengals home opener, you can get in there for $128 on TickPick. Bengals Lions, a little bit higher, $243. Steelers, $137. Jets Ring of Honor game is going to be on a Sunday afternoon game. That's you can get that for $98. $112 against the Ravens, and then the to be determined games against the Cardinals and Browns. 86 for the Cardinals or 67 for the Browns. So pretty low get-in prices on TickPick right now. No fees. What you see is what you pay. And they are the official ticket provider of Cincy Unfiltered. As we have said, scan the QR code, download the app, use code Cincy10, save a little bit of money off your first order so you can get down there.
Yeah, absolutely. You're not going to beat the prices. You're not going to beat the fact that they don't have fees. Like you said, what you see is what you pay. Compare them with the other guys. Download the other app, play on your phone, compare the prices, and then delete that crap because TickPick is going to beat them every single time. We are proud here to have TickPick as the official ticket partner of Cincy Unfiltered. Go buy tickets, folks. Go to your sporting events. Save some money. Have some fun.
And if you do get your tickets to the Bengals game on TickPick, there is a 100% chance that you will see me under the highway 6 hours earlier drinking beer before the game starts.
Absolutely.
I like to get there about
100%.
7 a.m. About 7 a.m. I'll be down there. So, yeah, go ahead and get your tickets there. Back to the garage beer thing while we're on it, though, while we're paying the bills. Dad says that team up north in Ohio State game, the bar has garage beer, and the bar that he's speaking of is the bar that we've watched that game at every year since I was about 14 years old. They would let me in at kickoff as the clock hit 0 until I was 21. I had to skedaddle, get out the door. Now I can stay as long as I want because I'm grown up. But Ziggy's, Moraine, Ohio, garage beer. The owner of that bar was at the Memorial Day cookout, and we had a discussion about it. People love it at Ziggy's. I love it. I love watching that game with my dad at Ziggy's. Now I'll be doing it with garage beer in the cup, in the glass.
Love it.
You just love to see it. Free ad to Ziggy's. Free ad. Always and forever. Shout out Peanut, the owner of Ziggy's.
Amazing.
Now,
let's roll into some what do you got
Jermaine
now?
Burton
talk?
Jermaine Burton has been getting nothing but positive feedback from OTA.
Yeah.
From Joe Burrow, from his other teammates. And I think that's really refreshing to see because if he can lock in and be what he is capable of being for this offense, holy shit. And this is the slot machine. So I like to play the slots myself. It doesn't matter. I like
Come on, Breezy. What the fuck?
I'm a gambling man. I love the slots. I've been discussing with my wife how much of the profit from selling this house I'm allowed to take to the casino so I can flip it.
There you go.
Not going well.
Yeah.
Not making much progress there. But throwing a diaper party for a buddy on Saturday. If you're not familiar with the diaper party, it's where the boys get together. It's like a baby shower for guys, but not so girly. You just bring the guys some diapers and drink beers. Can we get K's of garage beer yet? Asking for myself. I know that they did say that they were going to start selling kegs. I don't know, but I can find out for you because I know who to talk to.
Yeah, just always have a keg at the house. That would be amazing. But rolling into Burton, I know we've got a clip here of him talking. It sounds like the right people have been talking to him this offseason, heading into the season. Sounds like he potentially has his head on right now and is football focused. I'm a prove it guy, though. So we'll see. I do want to listen to him talk about it. I don't know if you saw it on Twitter, guys. I know Drew's got the clip here, so we can roll that.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer of a clip than we normally show. It's about 1 minute and 55 seconds. But if you didn't see it, I think it's hard to hear the reporters sometimes. I know that. But there's some good questions, and I really like all of his answers. And I think it's important to hear all of it because it really – and it could be bullshit. Last year I was saying, cut this fucking guy. We don't have time to worry about it. We're trying to right the ship. And now I'm like, okay, he's sticking around. The team's sticking by him. And all we can go by is what we see and hear from these reports. And these questions and the way that he answered them were very impressive to me. So I'm going to roll the whole thing.
What do you feel like you need to grow, should grow in year two? Just maturing as being a professional and, just continuing to get better every day and coming up with better habits and, just continuing to be consistent.
What did you learn from last year? I know there were a lot of ups and downs for you. What did you take away from how you can be better?
Just being consistent. I feel like that's the number one thing. No matter what you're doing in the professional job that you are doing, I just feel like being consistent is the number one thing. And, I feel like that's one thing I lacked last year.
Jermaine, would you say that one way to impress the coaches and your teammates is to start showing early on that you're changed, you're improving?
Yeah, 100%. So, like I said, that kind of goes in with coming up with better habits, a better routine with being at the facility, better rehab habits, and just better overall ways to become a better player, whether that's just going over the plays, working on your body, hydrating, and, all that sorts of things.
Was there a wake-up?
Look back at last year, there were times where you had said, I'm trying to do this. What do you feel like was the turning point, or maybe like the click that you needed for it to actually be something where it wasn't just a week where you may have changed your habits that you've been able to sustain? You've been trying to do it.
I would say the off season, having a lot of time off and, a lot of time to come up with different routines and different habits and, different ways to just pretty much just go into the other things like I was just saying earlier.
Who's been a mentor for you, Jermaine, even last year, just to say, all right, let's get things going the right direction and kind of encouraging you to be better as a man and as a football player?
Chase and T have really done a real good job, helping me in and out of the facility and, talking with me, coming up with better ways and, listening to some of their habits and ways that they stay consistent and, just better overall connection with my teammates.
I love all of those answers, all of those responses. I love that not only he's soaking in the information from T and Jamar, but also the fact that they are stepping into their roles as leaders, as high-paid, top-of-the-roster guys, and stepping into that leadership role to help him become a better player. As a guy that was kind of over the Jermaine Burton thing last year after the healthy scratches and stuff, seeing that's very refreshing. It could all be bullshit. He could be very well trained for PR and knows what to say in front of the camera, and it could still be a disaster this year. But all we have to go off is what we're seeing and hearing, and right now it sounds like it's all very good.
Yeah, he's hitting all the right notes, man. I think that's half the battle, though, being able to stand up and talk to the media when everyone in the room knows last year you were fucking up, man, flat out. Like, there's really no polite way to say it. Was not on his game last year. So for him to stand up, sort of admit that, and talk about how there's guys on the team helping him out, and he's locked in and focused, and it's not going to be an issue this year. Step one. But there is that fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me kind of thing that lingers a little bit,
Sure.
So I want the kid to turn it around for himself. Yes, the product on the field will be amazing if he can get out there, be a deep threat, have to be respected by defenses so our 1 and 2 can absolutely just go off. But mainly, I want him to get better for him. I want Jermaine Burton to come in, play, realize his dream in the NFL, and be a productive guy. That's at the end of the day, his mental health and everything is more important than touchdowns. That's where I'm at.
I'm kind of the opposite. I don't give a fuck about him as a person. I want him to be good because that'll make the Bengals. I'm kidding, sort of. I care about the mental well-being of human beings too. Some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So that was maybe a poor joke, but that's what I'm known for. But yeah, you're right. The guy hits the right notes. If he's in a better mental space, it's better for him as a human, and that's obviously important. And that translates to the reason that we're sitting here with microphones in our face, and it's football, and that's going to lead to a better football player. And look at the Bengals offense last year, one of the top ones in the league. It could actually get better with a consistent contribution from Jermaine Burton. It could actually get a lot better. It could lead to Jermaine Burton playing outside and Jamar Chase going in the slot and just ruining some poor linebacker's day.
Yeah. It's going to be wild. And Ryan Sparks right here saying it best. Like, how lucky are we to have two star receivers who showed up to voluntary workouts after getting paid and then begin mentoring young guys, dude. They could have gone off into fucking I'm rich la la land. Do you know what I mean? But they didn't.
100%.
We got leaders in the locker room here that are here for voluntary stuff. They recognize a young guy in need, maybe see themselves in him a little bit, right? Not that they were doing insane stuff, but like, shit, this guy's got all the talent in the world. Let's help him out. Like, the leadership and the culture that this team has built from a player's perspective. I'm not talking about the culture of the organization in terms of, all this contract shit, but the guys on the field and in the locker room, they love each other, man. They take care of each other. There's no bullshit. It stems all the way back to when, was it Osai in that freaking game? The late hit on Mahomes.
Yeah.
You had freaking BJ Hill standing right next to him during his interview. In one of the worst fucking moments of this young man's life, there was a veteran player standing next to him, helping him speaking when he was choked up. That just goes to show that this locker room is full of good men and leaders. And that's amazing. There's teams that don't have shit. They don't have any of that. It's drama 24/7. It sucks. We don't have that. Yeah, we have shitty contract situations. We can't negotiate our way out of a fucking paper bag. But if there's something that a strength that this team has is its leaders and grown ass men in the locker room that are taking care of business.
Yeah, and I think that says a lot to Zach Taylor's credit, as embattled as he can be at times, and as hot and cold as I can be on Zach Taylor. One thing I've never doubted about Zach Taylor is the culture that he brought, and
100%.
that he's been able to build. That even when T had his franchise tag situation and his contract situation, there were times he didn't show up, but when he did, it was all business. Hey, that'll work itself out. I'm here to play football. So that does, and it speaks to, like I said, Jamar and T stepping into those roles now of like, hey, we just gave you both a fuckload of money. That means more than just running routes and catching touchdown passes now. Like, you've got to be vocal. You've got to be a leader. Somebody's at my front door. You have to step into a bigger role. And they're doing that with, the third-round rookie who allegedly missed a walkthrough and had eviction issues and whatever else happened. They could be like, I'm fucking paid. That guy can figure it out. I'm going to come out here and get my work in. But I love the fact that they're stepping in to help him, because that means that they care about him as a human being, but they also care about what's going to get us a Super Bowl. Because I truly believe that they're not guys that just wanted to get paid. If you look at the way T. Higgins' contract is actually laid out, you're like, oh, I don't know how he necessarily accepted that deal sometimes with the guarantees and shit like that. That people have said that. So, like, I'm going to get my money. He's putting trust in the organization to pay it, but they want Super Bowls.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I think this is just another thing to show that, because, like, you know how easy it would be for Jamar Chase to be like, dude, I'm fucking Jamar Chase. I'm gonna come out here. I'm gonna catch some balls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna hop on my Twitch stream and play Grand Theft Auto or do whatever the fuck a young rich dude wants to go do. And I'm not saying he's babysitting and going to Jermaine Burton's house. I don't know, but they've clearly had the conversations. And for me, it's just very refreshing to see that out of your two stars.
Yeah, I mean, you said it best. Like they could have cut the rope on the life raft and just let Jermaine float out to sea. Yeah. But they didn't, So it's like, because they could have been like, oh, this guy's going to leave and there's no risk for him coming in and potentially taking a couple receptions from me a game. Hell yeah, fuck that guy. Let him go. I'll get mine. But they don't care, man. They're Super Bowl minded. Have we won it? Have we crossed that threshold? No, we've come pretty damn close. And I think that's still in here for those guys. And they want to feel that. They want to hold up a trophy, the Lombardi trophy. And that's the attitude in the building,
And I'm going to be at the parade, hanging off the bridge.
Yeah.
Smoking crack.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Dad says, we have great players like Ted, Chase, and Higgins. These young players need to listen to them. And that's another one. Ted Karras is another just phenomenal leader. When all of the, hey, we're not going to do interviews in the locker room all the time thing, Ted was like, got any questions about it? Talk to me. Don't talk to these guys. I got this. You got an issue with it? Come to me. And, yeah, he's another phenomenal leader on that team. And I think that is why I guess I shouldn't say success last year, because they didn't make the playoffs, but that's why you didn't see things implode inside in the locker room. Yeah. You didn't see guys saying a bunch of crazy shit in post-game interviews after losses. You didn't see guys turning on each other. It was just everybody saying, hey, we got to play better football. Burrow just recently said, hey, if I played better last year, we would have made the playoffs. And everybody's like, fucking nobody's blaming Joe Burrow. What are you talking about?
Buddy.
Even it made Chase Daniel decide to not be a giant douchebag.
Yeah.
That
was wild.
He's like, the least of the Bengals' concerns are Joe Burrow. Everybody sees it. But Burrow's like, nope, I'm the quarterback. I'm the fucking $280 million man. If I would have played better and not I think he mentioned 5 or 6 plays. And I'm like, dude, if you have 5 or 6 plays from last season that you want back, you're doing fine. But it's a testament to the culture and the leadership and guys just saying, hey, we have to play better. I have to do my job better to win football games. And stuff like Burton being kind of taken under the wing of Chase and Higgins in the receiver room is just another testament to that. And like Dad said, the guys like Ted Karras and a Logan Wilson on the defensive side of the ball. And, that's why people weren't motherfucking Geno Stone unless they were fans on Twitter. Like, the team was like, hey, he's going to get his shit right. Don't worry about it. We're good. They stick together. And that's why, like, obviously last season didn't go as well as we wanted to. We didn't go to the playoffs. We didn't win the Super Bowl. So it's a failure. But also that's a type of thing where you could see the offense turn on the defense. Like, we're doing our job. What's your fucking problem?
Yeah.
And we didn't see that. So I think that is just a testament to the locker room, and that's going to be nothing but good for Jermaine Burton. But it starts and ends with him. He has to make the right decisions.
Yep, 100%. And there was I saw some talk. People are like, "Why didn't they help him last year?" It's like, guys, sometimes you don't see the train hitting you until it's right in your fucking face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
Like, just be happy. Just be happy. The mentorship is happening now.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm thinking that hopefully that helps with the other situation that we have to talk about, which is Trey Hendrickson. There's really not an update. We've talked about it ad nauseum, but there was a post today on Instagram from Trey Hendrickson. The song is Bailey Zimmerman and Luke Combs' Backup Plan. So I don't know that song, but I saw the post. I follow Trey Hendrickson on Instagram. So I'm like, I'm going to listen to this and I'm going to try to figure out what it means, because that's what we do as football fans. Somebody posts something, we're like, what does it mean? And it may not mean shit, or it may mean something. I came to the determination that it depends on how you interpret it. It could sound like good news, or it could sound like bad news. But a little breakdown of the lyrics for you guys. We can't play it because we will get a copyright strike on the channel. But it says, so if you got fired, don't lose it. If you got a do or die dream, do it. If you got something to prove, go on and prove it. Don't let nobody clip your wings. Now, are you like, don't let this Bengals front office clip your wings? Are you saying drown out the haters talking about your contract? And then it continues, keep your head down, keep on the blinders, tune out the doubters and the closed minders. If it's in your blood, falling down ain't enough to change who you were born to be. Getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need. Yeah, getting back up, that's the only backup plan you need. How do you interpret that?
Your interpretive lyrical dance was absolutely beautiful.
I was getting into it. I put my blinders on.
I have no fucking idea. I don't know. I think these people post this shit and I've never heard the song. I don't know. I don't know. Like, dude, sweet. He posted a picture of him in his uniform. That's positive.
That's good.
I like that.
Wearing Bengals stuff.
But as far as the song goes, I have no fucking clue. If he had a message, it's lost on me. At the end of the day, let's just get this contract done. That's where I'm at. I am decent at my own social media, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, no clue.
And maybe that's the optimist in me. I've been told many times in my life, including very recently, that I am a pessimist. I believe I'm a realist. I feel like I live in a reality world. But when it comes to the Bengals, I'm like, this means something good. I looked all day for like, there's going to be a fucking tweet notification that they got something done. But then other people are like, yo, don't think it's very good. He does have a camp in Dayton on June, I think it is the 22nd, at Chaminade Julienne High School. Shout out to CJ. I'm undefeated as a football coach on that field. Shout out to myself. Wow, said that out loud, didn't I? But yeah, he does still want to be here. His wife is a doctor somewhere in the Cincinnati area, I do believe. So he does want to be here. But like, is the backup plan retiring? Is the backup plan retiring? Is the backup plan going somewhere else? Is the backup plan taking the Bengals offer that he doesn't necessarily want to take? Or is he fucking with all of us?
None of the above. I have no clue, man. I just like.
I did shout myself.
Did you? I read that and I was like, "Who's he talking to?" Let's just get this contract done, man. That's where I'm at. He can post what he wants. I don't know, man. It was effective to me when he kind of walked up to the media and said, "Hey, what do you guys want to know?" To me, That was a powerful move. An Instagram post. I got nothing. I don't know. So.
Oh, I don't know. I love the cryptic Instagram stuff.
Yeah.
All right,
it's like the eyes on Twitter when they post the eyes. Is that what this is?
Dude, I fucking would get in trouble when I'd post the eyes on Twitter. They're like, "What do you know, dude?
I love it.
You're a fake insider." And I'm like, I don't even remember. You don't know anything. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, nothing.
But one of my favorite things in the world is fucking with people on the internet, though. So it kind of happens. We got a really good text from Dad on this one. Before I read this, as my father's legal representation, this is a joke. For all intents and purposes, what I'm about to read are his words, but it is a joke. It's all fun and games. It is not a serious threat on anybody.
Okay.
They better sign Trey, or I'm going to hire a female MMA fighter to get Katie. You imagine just like Ronda Rousey pulling up on Katie Blackburn? Like, what's the fucking deal?
Oh, I love Ronda Rousey. But, yeah, that'd be a hell of a just she's in a press conference and just catches a left hook.
Bam! Fucking elbow comes flying in from somewhere.
That would be terrible. Oh, Katie, we do not wish harm on you or your family.
No, this is a joke. This is for entertainment purposes.
Love you guys. Yeah, entertainment purposes only. Just get the fucking deal done so we can stop talking about this bullshit.
Breezy's got Pops back again. He fully supports it.
Breezy is all gas, no brakes. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Like
Ryan says,
I like the lot. Yeah. I would be having fun too.
I do it now, and I'm just a fucking dude that for some reason some people follow on the internet.
Yeah, 100%. Guys, while we got you here, thanks for being here. Like the stream, share the stream. What else can they do? Post it, like it, share it.
Text it to somebody right now. Share the link, text it to somebody, and ruin their night.
Yeah, 100%.
All the people in the chat, there's a good chance. There's like a 95% chance that you know somebody that fucking hates me.
Yeah.
I enjoy that. I like that. Send it to them. Piss them off. Will you send me this fucking guy? And then maybe they'll put hateful comments on it, and that's fine too. Because I
haven't had a good death threat in a while.
Yeah, I've been pretty absent from Twitter as of late, though, just with everything else that I have, the shitstorm that is my life that rains down upon me each and every day. So I haven't been very active on Twitter, so I haven't said enough inflammatory things to piss people off. But yeah, I need a good fat fuck comment to get things to feel normal again.
Yeah, 100%. I need somebody to tell me they're gonna shoot me in the head and throw me in the river. That usually happens when the season's going on. So
yeah,
excited for those. During the season, we'll probably have some kind of like hateful comment segment because some of them are just they're too good not to share. When we read those ones on the air last time,
one tweet reset the algorithm. You're right. You're absolutely right. I'm not touching that one any further. You're absolutely right, though. Yeah, but during the season, the opposing fans, some of them, I'm like, none of them like make me mad anymore. Like I used to get like real mad, like I'll fucking fight you, but like it's Twitter, it's not the real world. Like if you're not talking about my family or something like that, like I'm gonna. But some of them are so creative. Where like this guy is saying very very mean things and wants bad things to happen to me, but the way that he words it, I'm like, dude, that is really fucking good. That's clever.
Oh, yeah.
I respect that. I love some good internet. I like that. So yeah, I think that they will increase as football games start being played and other fan bases see the things that we say. But man, it's fun. Yeah, I had a guy tell me to touch grass, so I replied by making a video of me touching grass and still saying what I believed.
I remember that.
Discord channel for just screenshots of death threats. Yeah, we could probably have Ben put that up. Ben is the creator of our Discord. I apologize to the Discord members.
Ben rocks.
Not active enough in there lately, but it is a fucking fun time. We could maybe have Ben do a sub channel for the death threats. And Bengal Jim did get a boat to pull your body from the river. Do you see his Bengals boat?
Did he buy that?
Yeah, he's a dog, dude. He's just there. It was like at a dealership already with the Bengals stuff on it, and he bought it. And he just looks like a fucking total G standing in it.
I didn't realize he bought it. That's badass. I thought somebody had it there for like an advertisement or something. That's
no,
sick.
but buying the boat is a fucking terrible decision.
Yeah.
I wish he would have consulted with me before because I would have urged him not to do it.
Same.
But he did it, and it looked cool as hell. And he looked like a fucking G standing on it.
Yeah. I sold my boat a few years ago for a reason. It was sad to watch it go, but fucking money and time pit keeping that thing afloat.
I was out there doing custom boat work the other day. I'm talking, I had to buy like a transom support to keep the motor up because it was messed up, but the one didn't fit. Broke out the saw. Custom shit out there. And hated every
Hopefully
moment.
it still floats.
Well, I wasn't cutting the boat. I was cutting the
okay.
piece that I got to support the motor.
Okay, I didn't hear you say that.
No, I wasn't fucking sawing into the boat.
I don't know what you're doing. What else we got tonight? Was that our closing topic? We're at 55 minutes here.
Look at that last comment. I'm not going to read that out loud, but wow.
Oh, yeah.
Crypt Keeper's been in the chat before. I appreciate you being here and your support, but I don't, no offense, but I don't want to do that.
Great offer though. Appreciate it.
Shout out for, trying to help my bad day, but that's not the route I want to go.
I
appreciate you for being here, Crypt Keeper.
I love our chat. Absolutely.
Ben just popped in right at
100%.
the end, right in the last 4 minutes. Ben's here. We need to get the death threats segment of the Discord going, Ben.
100%. 100%. Chat's wild tonight. It was a good show. Great show. Great show. Is that all we got?
We can go through all of the graphics and stuff we did. They did add the scouts that we talked about at the top of the show. We hit all the graphics that I had. We played all the video clips that I have. We read a bunch of comments. We read a bunch of texts from Dad. We found our new reset button.
Into the season. And the Bengals go up again.
I think
We hit it. That's the third time we hit it tonight.
Yeah, well, we were making up for lost time. A couple times we didn't, and that's on us.
Absolutely.
All that's left is to say "Hooday" for me to kill this beer.
Hooday, baby! Smash it on your head and let's get out of here.
Yeah, I have my house is being appraised tomorrow, so I have a shit night in front of me of making sure everything's ready for that.
That sucks. Drink more beer.
We love you all. Hooday. We'll see you next week. We will be just as dumb.
You boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go. Our boys are ready to go. Our boys are ready to go. You already know. Grab a garage beer, let's flow. No filter needed. Beer's getting deleted. It's the Cincy Unfiltered show. Let's go.